I don't know. I've never tried to experience that. But anyways, like I said, we're stuck in that rut. Like we have to use numbers now. So if we gotta use numbers, I at least try and do it well. Like to the point where you're saying, like, at least
not pad your goddamn numbers. It's like IGN, like it was okay, 11 out of 10. Like, it's so they actually was it IGN who actually gave someone 11 out of 10? Who was that?
I don't know.
I can't remember what it was. It was a while ago.
I do remember reading a review of Halo 2 back in the day where they wanted to give it an 11 out of 10.
Right. At that point, like, something's fucking wrong with your numbers.
Yeah.
It's like, why, if you want to give something 11 out of 10, that means you're using 10 in the wrong way.
Yeah.
10 is supposed to be like...
10 is supposed to be your limit.
10 is supposed to be reserved for the games that keep you up at night.
Yeah.
Like... 10 is supposed to be for the games where you wake up literally every morning
just to play the game.
Just like you actually start waking up early. Like, God, I would love to wake up early. I don't wake up early anymore.
I don't wake up early at all.
Yeah.
I slept till like 3 p.m. this night.
Yeah, I mean those games that have a 7.
Catch up.
Yeah, those catch up. Yeah.
Catch up.
Those games that have like a 7. Like every time I see that, I'm like, that's actually a 3, isn't it? That's.
Yeah. Video game critics, you see my reviews. I'm actually quite harsh to a lot of games.
Yeah.
Because I feel that you need to be. It's like, and now my fellow critics on the site are like, we're afraid to give you games because we're afraid you're gonna trash them.
Yeah, and I also do like how you're not blinded by production value in a game as well. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, like it's like I said, Beyond Two Souls is one of my favorite games. It has amazing production value, but I recognize its faults as a fucking game.
Yeah, and also
Last of Us,
and also that's why so many people were tricked by Watch Dogs because it's fucking
a lot of people would call that. And that's the weird thing about Jim Sterling. Okay, you know Jim Sterling, right?
Yeah.
Thank God for Jim.
Yeah.
He's one of the most inconsistent critics I've ever met in my life. Okay. Now let me explain.
Okay.
He doesn't provide enough context.
Right.
Like his opinions will shift so dramatically. It's like he called Watch Dogs. He gave it, I think, a 9 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah. And he gave Grand Theft Auto 5 the same score. I'm like, Watch Dogs isn't even in the same league as Grand Theft Auto 5. Even though Grand Theft Auto 5 is nowhere near a perfect game, it's still a great game. I played it. It's way better than Grand Theft Auto 4.
Yeah, well, you see, there's plenty of people who would also
say that Grand Theft Auto 5 is shit.
Yeah, and Grand Theft Auto 4 was the best. And I mean, I actually didn't like either of them. Well, so, could you really call his opinion inconsistent, or is it his opinion inconsistent to yours?
No, I just don't think he provides enough content, because here's his opinion on Watch Dogs.
Right.
It's fun, and it provides a lot to do, and it's a fresh, innovative kind of thing, and it's like, no, what does it actually innovate? Well, he doesn't actually provide information on what's innovative in the game.
It's Assassin's Creed with iPhones.
No, Androids.
Well, yeah,
iPhones can't do shit.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's true.
Jesus, man.
Sorry.
You see all these food items. They actually have quote unquote clever references to internet personalities. Like,
oh yeah.
You'll see Oregon Trail Mix and other indie games too.
Oh right.
Yeah. Boyer D. I don't know who Boyer is. Freelance Astronauts. I don't know. Morning Joe. We'll get to the references in a bit.
Yeah, hopefully.
But Jim, like, he has great opinions on the industry.
So he basically doesn't explain why he comes to his opinion.
Yeah. He only explains it in his like Jimquisition videos. Why his opinions are so. And
which are cool. I do enjoy those
by reading his reviews.
He's a bit sensationalist at times, but I really like the points that he makes. He's very pro-consumer. Let's just say that.
Yes.
And even though I'm in the industry, I have to agree with him. I would much rather see an industry that is semi-successful, but is, able to really, captivate its audience, if you will, than just a soulless...
PewDiePie. We got PewDiePie.
There you go. Yeah, I would rather have that than an extremely successful but soulless empire of EA.
Which is what AAA games are now. I mean, I haven't played a great AAA game in a year.
I really liked Assassin's Creed 4.
It was good. I wouldn't call it great.
I don't know. I didn't play enough of it to call it great. Like I
loved it compared to Assassin's Creed 3. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed 3 is one of the worst games I've ever played in my life. I know I say of all time, but That literally, I was so frustrated with that game. I wanted to kill it.
I was really frustrated with that game, but for some reason, I'm like a big fan of Assassin's Creed, and I just ended up warming up to it.
Oh, look at the total Biscuits.
Nice.
Yeah, he's my favorite internet critic, I think. Even though he doesn't describe himself as a critic, which is what I love about him.
Yeah.
He's pretentious as fuck, but he's the right kind of pretentious, you know.
Yeah.
Anyways,
insert
what were you
Batman quote here. I don't know.
What were you saying?
What was I saying?
Yeah, what were you saying?
What was the last thing I was talking about?
I don't remember.
Something about a soulless empire. Oh yeah, Assassin's Creed 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed 3. There we go. That's what I was talking about. I liked it at the end, but God, playing Assassin's Creed 4 really made me appreciate just what a good Assassin's Creed game could be again.
Yeah. Assassin's Creed 3. You remember that final mission where you're chasing that guy through the boat?
Yeah.
That mission, I failed so many goddamn times. I wanted to smash my television screen, throw it out the window for being such a...
That level had the worst pathing I've ever seen.
You strayed 1 inch off the path. Oh, you failed the mission.
Yeah, it would just you would literally just... It would literally restart.
And then Connor does this stupid thing where his animations take 1 billion years. If he gets hit, he gets knocked down. He takes 1 billion years to get out because he's hurt. And he's like,
then, you need to get closer to your target. Whatever. What's happening here?
I'm just taking a look around the supermarket because you're actually buying groceries.
Right.
With your family. Okay. And there's actually lots of cute little references in this supermarket, which I wanted to showcase. Shirtless chefs, Mary, like what? 2.5 Kevins.
Who the heck is Chris?
Murphy's Law.
Nice. That's good. Yeah, not bad. Funny jokes.
I'm kind of debating the value of sprinkling references in throughout a game.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird when no one
knows what these references
are.
Yeah,
in 15 years, everyone's. Why is it called PewDiePie? I don't understand.
Well, that has its value too. I mean, someone could be genuinely curious and look it up, right?
Aliens are going to find our ruined civilization, and we are going to look like the weirdest fucking things. They're just. We're gonna look like we worshipped cats and as gods. And
well, we kind of do.
Everything's gonna be referential humor. You know what? Nobody's gonna fucking understand.
Nope, I don't even understand it. I'm living
in 15 years. Any form of entertainment is not going to make any sense to our kids or their kids because you don't even realize how much chock full of referential humor is in everything nowadays.
It's
holy shit.
I recognize its value, like I said, because it could make the genuinely curious look stuff up, and that could actually lead to attention for certain things. But at the same time, it'll date your stuff entirely.
Yeah.
It'll date it so bad you'll be wondering why you even made it in the first place. Nasta. Nasta.
It's good.
Yeah.
Like the Kanye glasses. That's definitely a nice touch.
Yeah, I thought I should put those on.
Shades.
So the city... I'm trying to look at all the references right now. Oranges and lemons, pineapples. Wow.
There's square watermelons in Vancouver, right? Have you seen them?
I saw the picture.
Did you see how much they were?
They were $199.
$200 for a single square watermelon.
No. Just no. I lost the plot. What were we talking about? Critics. Basically, critics are valuable people because they need to go. They go into nuances that the general public don't. I know I've said this before, but I'll say it again. Right. A lot of people will say to me that opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got them, and my reply to that is always going to be, yeah, but some people take the time to wipe theirs. Because critics they have value because they've experienced more. As a general fact, they've experienced more in-depth kind of thoughts and games than the general public has.
Experience is an interesting word to use because you do get your you do get these kids that they play video games so much and now they think this is experience where
but they don't spend they're not like critics who actually have to analyze.
Exactly. It's not an analytical experience. And it seems kind of pompous to say that there is a difference, but
there is a difference.
There is a big difference. It's for the same reason that just because you eat a lot of food, it doesn't make you a good chef.
Yes. So like you actually have to know how the food is made, what's going into the food.
Yeah.
And that actually brings us to kitchen nightmares. Kitchen.
You know what's weird?
Yeah.
It seems such a strange tangent to anyone watching this video.
Yeah.
But we just discovered that basically both of us simultaneously started watching Kitchen Nightmares, like binge watching it, just by total coincidence. Like, I don't know why, but it's a fun show. It's good.
Gordon Ramsay, like, I know a lot of people give him a lot of flack for his, like, Hell's Kitchen. I mean, like, he's an asshole in Hell's Kitchen.
So?
Is that professionalism, yelling at people
It's
all the time?
a show.
Yeah, but still, there's some I was, like, looking in the comments of some of the Hell's Kitchen episodes, and they're like, oh, that's called being professional. I was like, if that's a professional environment, I don't want to be in a professional environment.
When you're one of the top-rated chefs, and you're working with basically inexperienced amateurs, and the entire point is to get them as good as you can get them as fast as possible. Yeah, you need to yell. It's like that's the theory of boot camp. You need to strip someone down of all of their habits, basically just get rid of everything that they know.
Coming from a background where I've been yelled at for basically my whole life, I don't give a shit.
Well, it's being yelled at in a different way.
Okay.
Absolutely. It's not abusive yelling. If you want to take it as abusive, then that's.
But here's where I start to see the value in that, right? Right. Like now we switch to Kitchen Nightmares, and you can see why he's yelling.
Yeah.
Because people are fucking idiots.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically.
It's like it's amazing. He goes into a restaurant, they know he's coming, and they don't bother cleaning the restaurant.
Right? Oh no, the sad thing is a lot of them do. A lot of them totally clean before he gets there. It's ridiculous, and it still looks like shit.
Co-op reference.
Oh, nice. I see.
Yeah.
Quality.
Also, you saw that milk was from that milk company.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Kitchen Nightmares, Hotel Hell is another series that I started recently, and you can see the passion he puts into his work.
Yeah.
Like you can see the passion he has for food in that series, and in that context, Hell's Kitchen starts to make more sense.
Right. But of course, he's being a caricature of himself as well.
Is he? Because I don't think so.
Absolutely.
I think he's
a TV personality.
Yes.
They're all like that.
Yes, but maybe he's himself, but his personality happens to work for TV.
Even the actors they have to trust me. I've worked on reality shows. I wasn't the editor, but I was working on I guess editing reality shows. And trust me, there are parts where they'll do something like, okay, let's say a weightlifting reality show. Okay, like there's a hypothetical weightlifting reality show that may or may not actually exist, and a guy is lifting weights, and his coach starts telling him he's doing it wrong, right? And the contestant or whoever says okay, and he starts doing it right. Cut. We have another clip where the director says, "Could you freak out a little bit?" and then that happens. They had some drama, and then they say to the editors,
Super Meat Boy reference right there.
Yeah. And then they say to the editors, can you put these two clips together, make the coach say that he's doing it wrong, and then have him flip out, and then go back to the one where he does it anyways.
Yeah, I do realize that stuff does happen.
Absolutely. There's no doubt beyond my mind that
reality shows are heavily edited. They're in no way reality, actually.
Yeah.
But regardless, he is trying to definitely put his passion into helping these restaurants succeed.
Yeah,
a lot of them have failed.
Yeah.
A lot of them have failed because they have bad owners.
Yeah.
So like you can look at the episode and see clearly why those restaurants ended up failing.
Yeah.
It's like.
But I'm saying it's first a TV show.
Yes. But I think he's shown enough of his personality in other projects. Like, even in documentaries, he's fiery as hell.
Oh, yeah.
So, I believe that is pretty much him doing that stuff. But the point was...
I don't think in real life he's ever walked into a room and then just spontaneously called someone a wanker. Or
I think he has.
Just maybe wanker is a little bit of a soft word. He's probably done that. But, you know what I mean? Like, in Hell's Kitchen, there's one part where he just like he opens up a dish and then tells someone that they're just like a failure at life. Like that's sensationalism right there. It's
yeah, but if someone gets food wrong, they could actually end up killing someone.
Yeah, I know, but
This isn't like other art forms. And you know what's weird? I didn't believe before I watched Kitchen Nightmares and all that sort of stuff that food, the cooking of food itself could actually be a legitimate art form.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But then I watched that show and I was like, yeah. It's like one chef said, this is my way of communicating to my customers. It was like, yeah, it's art.
Well, the thing is, I very much like the definition of art where it's a sensory sort of what would be the word? Brain fart again. Like a sensation, right? Just anything that has to do with the senses. Like you could have like music. Music is a sensory.
It's a sensory
because it's a sensory. Yeah, exactly. It's a sensory experience
and nothing else.
It's auditory, right?
Yes.
Movies are very much visual. That's also got auditory. Reading is very visual. Food is your sense of taste.
Yes.
I like that. Yeah, I do like that. I mean, it's kind of a broad term for art, but it's no broader than what most people consider art.
Yeah, it's like,
man, if you say it's art, it is art. Like, I hate that thing. So dumb. It's very.
We would get into very, very dark territory there, because I don't know. I could point at this mattress right here and say that this covering is art.
Yeah,
technically it is.
Because you're putting. Look at that. An artist made this little design on it.
But is it great art?
Does it matter if it's great? Does it matter if it's great? That is never a question of. The greatness of the art is never the question. It's always, is it art or is it not art?
Ticket booth. It misspelled ticket booth. I just noticed that.
Yeah.
Grammar Nazis.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, actually, the relationship between these two characters is kind of nice. It's nicely handled. Yeah. They actually get a few nice bonding moments in.
Yeah.
Oh, so now we can get back to talking about the game, I guess.
I don't know. I kind of want to.
Okay, go ahead.
Just going back to the critic thing.
Yeah, okay.
In your opinion,
yes,
is a game review better as more of an objective analyzation of a game, or is it better off as kind of just like, is it entertaining? More of a subjective term. Because there is game design, and game design is a science to a certain extent, right?
Yes.
And a game could have good design, but it's not fun, and vice versa. A game could be fun because it has such good design,
or bad design, as it were.
Yeah, a game could have bad design and also be fun. There's all sorts of stuff.
See, here's the battle I've had, because it's like you saw my old Why Haven't I Played?
Yeah.
And my viewers will know this, I divided everything into categories, and I seriously started reconsidering that.
Yeah.
Because I thought that was too objective.
Right.
It's like,
okay.
I was dividing things into categories to make things stand on their own, and it's like, is that really what people want to hear about a game?
But why is too objective a problem?
Because here's the thing, like, modern day reviewers, they have to be entertaining to draw viewers in as well.
Right. Right.
So you have to factor in a lot of things. That's the thing with games journalism nowadays.
You can be objective and be entertaining.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yes, but I'm trying to find how I can be entertaining and a critic at the same time.
Right.
And you know me, viewers. You know me, Brendan. It's to be entertaining, I need energy, and I apologize if I haven't been releasing my videos recently. But energy. Just gotta get energy.
Okay, I'll bring up a good example here. It is kind of a good combination of this. I don't know if you've seen Sequelitis.
Yes.
Eater After Sequelitis. I really like Sequelitis.
The way he does it, the way he analyzes things.
See, it's still very subjective. Like he's still explaining his opinions, but he's explaining his opinions very well, and he's actually giving. He's actually backing his opinions up, which is something not a lot of people do. Some people state their opinions, and then they believe that...
I've been guilty of that at times.
Yeah, but and then they believe that, an opinion doesn't have to be backed up because everybody has an opinion. But
yeah, it's like...
I really like more... maybe objective is the wrong word, but I do like when people will say, I don't
Once
like this.
more with clarity.
Yeah.
I think that should be the term. It's like, if you can back up your opinion with clarity.
But, I mean, again, you can back up your opinion with different types of backup, I guess.
Yes.
I mean, is
you
it bad
could
because
deflect
of
the
game
issue
design?
entirely, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I really like studying game design. Like, I'm not actually a game designer, but I do work in video games. It's something that very much interests me, and it's kind of a plan B for me in a way. I mean, if I don't know, if suddenly I lost all talent at the thing I do for my profession, I would probably go into game design just because it's something I really like. It's very interesting.
Here's a great piece of comedy in this game. I accidentally knocked down that sign. I spent a couple minutes trying to put it back up. It's like, it's unintentional, but it's a nice little bit. I think that makes the game kind of decent. It's like the unintentional humor that just infects everything.
Yeah.
But going back to the reviewer thing, it's like...
Yeah. If I were to make my own line of reviews, I would probably base it very heavily in game design and probably, touch on other things, but...
Me, because I'm not experienced in many ways except for the audio aspects of games.
Right.
I have to go broad.
Yeah.
Like, I have to be broad, but as specific as possible. So that's kind of the challenge I'm trying to surmount.
Yeah.
It's like, you saw my Bioshock Infinite review, right?
Yes.
Yes. That video was like half an hour long because I had to go over so many points to explain my opinion. But I believe that I've explained my opinion enough in that video where I never have to defend my opinion on that game ever again.
Right.
In The Last of Us, the same thing. Like the Last of Us video that I made. It's like, I defended my opinion. I put my opinions out there and I backed them up.
Yeah.
Where's your backup? A lot of people will say to me, well, that game was critically acclaimed by hundreds of critics.
Exactly. That's
like,
what is that? The appeal to authority fallacy.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's not even it.
It's the appeal to the majority.
Yeah.
Majority's right.
Yeah. It's kind of both. I mean, a lot of the times, you do back up your opinion for half an hour and then someone just says, no, you're wrong. Like, okay, well, why am I wrong? What's your opinion on it?
Well, the game was actually very well designed.
Yeah.
And it had great cutscenes.
Yeah, exactly. That's when people just say, oh, yeah, it's good design. It's like, well, what about it? It's good. What about the design?
The thing that infuriates me about The Last of Us is I know it's a good game.
Yeah.
I know it's a good game.
Yeah.
It's not the greatest game of the year.
Right.
And I can explain that. What is the symbolic and actual gameplay purpose of the latter sections?
Yeah.
Why do I have to fight these friggin' infected? What do they actually represent to the story? It's a legitimate question I asked in the video. It's like, what do they actually represent? Why do we have to fight these and not just humans all the way through the game?
Right.
Why them and not humans? And someone made the point that it was like, it's about how mankind is ultimately powerless against the environment. Well, where's the backup to that theme in the rest of the story?
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from there. Anyways, I don't think there's a video we've done where Last of Us has been mentioned.
Really?
I think so.
Okay. Let me lay it all out for you right now, viewers. I can see your point when you say it's a great game. Like, I can see your point.
Yeah.
But I can disagree with you with clarity.
Yeah. Well, we basically we can just lay that to rest maybe.
Yeah, so a lot. It's like I told you just in this video. My fellow critics at 2-dash.com won't give me games because they're afraid I'll trash them, and like I did The Last of Us, and they're like, their excuse is, oh, The Last of Us was critically acclaimed. This will make our site look bad, and I'm like, oh, Jesus fucking Christ, are you that much of a coward? Yeah, I know. If you're watching this, Blaine, please forgive me. But I really am frustrated by that aspect of somehow an opinion will make or break your site. Because really, if you don't trust your own critics' opinions, come on, why are you in the video game journalism kind of business?
Finger quotation marks.
Yes.
Journalism. Yeah.
Yes, I know your views on video game journalism.
Yeah.
But seriously, that's the thing they told me why they don't give me many games.
Right.
So it's like this is the struggle I have to deal with.
Okay. Random hypothetical is going to be like just a silly question. If you got an email and it was like, we want you to do a Call of Duty Black Ops 3, but you got to give it 10 stars. Here's $5,000 or $15,000.
Would I take it?
Would you take it?
No.
No.
I value my integrity as a critic too much.
But what if it was a secret?
No.
Like, what if no one ever?
I'm afraid of getting caught.
Well, okay. Here's the hypothetical. What if you just pretend you knew, and it was guaranteed that you would never get caught?
Even then, no.
No? Okay.
I don't think I would, because I have pride.
That's good. Yeah.
I have pride in my opinions. I value my opinions, and I think my opinions can help people judge and get better experiences in life. Like, I believe art has this amazing ability to actually give you some balance in life.
Yeah.
It's like, a lot of people could say, well, just hang out with lots of other people. You don't need art, you don't need video games, you don't need films or anything. It's like, true, but if other people are just pricks to you all the time, then why do I need people? Seriously, explain to me why art isn't in any way valuable to your life when you grew up on Disney.
Right.
Yeah. And Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
I thought it was a joke at first.
Yeah, I got off the SkyTrain in Vancouver and I noticed out of the corner of my eye Robin Williams' picture on the SkyTrain. I was like, does that mean he's dead? So I immediately looked on CNN. It's like, fuck no.
Yeah. So but
here's the frustrating part of the game.
I know. I've been watching this. Yeah.
Right here.
This is what we were talking about.
Because you have to maneuver in like 3 separate planes. You have to do side to side, forward, and vertically to move this thing. And the thing is, the mallet itself maneuvers.
Sometimes it doesn't hit it down hard enough, and like you would rest the mallet on top of the fish, and it won't go down.
Yeah, look at me. Fuck you, damn game.
Oh, almost got bored. Yeah. Anyways, I asked that question because as much as I rag on big companies like EA,
it's stuck behind my body.
If EA came to me and they were like, "Do you want to be character designer, character modeler?" I'd probably say yes.
Yeah,
I'd work for EA.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing wrong with trying to make your impact on the art. The only problem is when people try to exploit their goodwill and abuse their power.
Well, the thing is,
that's why that GameSpot thing with the Kane Lynch guy getting fired because he gave the game a bad review.
Yeah.
It's like, and they explained it. It's like, the publishers got mad at us, so we had to let him go. It's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Yeah. Fuck you and your pretentious fucking bullshit.
You got 4, 5. Yay! Oh my god, look at you.
It was through total accident. I don't think I was actually aiming.
Yeah, I think you missed it.
What are you looking for?
I got my phone.
Is that Ashen's?
Yeah. Nappy time. Okay, there we go.
Just tell her.
Yep.
Alright. So.
Okay.
It's like, I know you think that the entire industry is bought and paid for, and the high scores would seem to actually correlate well with that, right?
Yeah.
It's like video game reviewers need to be harsher. It's like they have to recognize that a bad game, just because it's like it has some redeeming features, it's like just fucking rate it at 2 out of 10.
Yeah.
Like give a game a 2 out of 10. It's not that hard.
Do it.
I fucking gave that to Modern Warfare 3. You can give It's like just rate games hard. Like come down hard on them. They'll grow as an art form if you come down hard on the bad ones.
No, it's true. You gotta know what the issues are before you can make your medium better, right?
Yeah.
It's tough love.
Yeah. It's like a lot of people would say, "Oh well, we have responsibility. We have to keep these people employed." And I'm like, no, you don't. You have no responsibility to these people to keep them employed.
Yeah.
It's not your fault that they made a terrible game. Yeah. They made a terrible game. They're gonna have to live with the consequences. It's like, would you go to a restaurant and if they made horrible food, like in Kitchen Nightmares, would you keep going to that restaurant just to keep them employed? No, you can go elsewhere for good food.
Yeah, and the problem is, a lot of these companies that just make bad games, they got talented people behind them. Like I think I've said this before. It's a lot of the time, just because a game's bad doesn't mean everyone who's working on it is bad. There's so many things that can go wrong with a game, and
it's like we said in our Violet review.
Yeah. The Violet review.
Or Let's Play, but I think it was more of a review because we just spent the entire thing trashing it.
Yeah, we're just kind of like a Let's Play podcast, really.
I think I called it one of the worst games I've ever played in my life.
Really?
In the official review I wrote of it. And keep in mind, it's like with my greatest game. It's like with my favorite games of all time list. I want that list to grow. I want there to be more bad games that I can feed on as a critical reference. I want there to be more great games that I can feed on.
A lot of the times it's more important to know what not to do.
Yes.
Than it is what to do, because you have a good game. Let's say BioShock.
Yes. Which has its flaws, but it's still a good game.
But I mean, if you're only paying attention to what works with Bioshock, like
How are they going to learn?
You're stifling your creativity. You're not going to be able to make more things that work. Whereas if you're eliminating things that don't work, well, you're almost safer.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like Gordon Ramsay actually had a wonderful quote for this. He was like, "Our kitchen only focuses on the negative comments. We never focus on the good comments. Because how are you going to learn?"
Yeah.
It's like, of course, there's always the kind of like negative comments that you can just completely throw out the window.
Of course,
basically trolling.
Like 90% of YouTube comments.
Yeah. I'm sorry, viewers, but really, most other people who view other channels either are complete idiots or they just legitimately don't know what they're saying.
No, our reviewers are attractive, intelligent people. Our viewers. Our viewers are amazing. Okay.
Yes. You're all beautiful to us.
Yeah.
Please view us more. Yeah, this is more of a socialization thing. This is really not for views.
Yeah.
And we both know that.
Yeah.
It would be nice if we got views, though, right?
Yeah.
And we got money.
Yeah.
Because he gets a 50% stake in all these Let's Play videos.
Yeah.
And I think I've earned a total of $1 off of these Let's Play videos.
Oh yeah? Is that from like ad revenue or what's going on? Oh, nice.
Yes.
Good old ads.
Good old ads.
Yeah.
$1.
You know, if I see like an unskippable ad on YouTube, I get really angry. It's really weird. Like I have literally had a list. I've literally this one ad. I can't remember what it was, but it started off with some sort of really poorly equalized. So you'd be listening to like a YouTube video. It would be like medium volume. And then you have this ad was really loud, and it started off with like horn fanfare, and it was unskippable. And I wrote down what it was advertising, and I was like, note to self: never buy Phoenix. Never.
They actually cracked down on that on TV. They actually are forcing ads to lower their volume.
Good.
Because it is annoying. It's like you can only set your volume so low before it just
poorly equalized videos are just
it's not a matter of equalization. It's a matter of normalization.
Oh right.
Yes, that's the issue.
More of a standard.
Equalization is the frequencies.
Actually, I did kind of go off on a tangent. There are YouTube channels where the videos from the actual same person are just like equalized differently.
Yeah,
it's really weird. I don't know why.
It's a difference of equipment. I mean, look at my mic right there. That's a pretty mid-range kind of mic.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I like that mic.
It's mid-range. It's definitely mid-range. Lots of people have these Blue Yetis that make their voices sound great.
Yeah.
But me,
Yeti, is that what it's called?
Yeah, Blue Yeti.
Okay.
And a lot of people just have crap microphones. I mean, as people earn money in YouTube, they get better microphones, so naturally they sound different, right?
Yeah.
And they get sound reinforcements, sound in their room, so that's why it sounds different.
I have like a really empty, echoey room.
Yeah, my room's usually the same, but I try and compensate for that with EQing and reverb sometimes.
Yeah.
But I actually like this section because the little girl here has cute banter throughout. Mm-hmm. I think she's adorable. She's an adorable little design.
Like the octopus hat?
Yeah.
Or jellyfish hat? I'm sorry.
Yeah, jellyfish hat. That would be kind of weird if it was an octopus hat. Yeah.
But you're an Octodad.
Yeah. Does
that not already have implications?
Let's move on from this.
Out of context, this would be a very scary scene.
Yeah.
Especially if everything was like rendered in anime style.
Jesus Christ, man. I'm just having aftershocks of that.
Yeah.
You know when you randomly search a term and you accidentally come across some videos that screw up your mind forever?
Yeah.
That's happened to me more times than I care to count.
Yeah, man. Internet.
It's good for your consciousness. Or is it really? I should stop. Yeah. Yep.
So how about this game? No, you know what? This reminds me of if you took the aspect of Oblivion, the Elder Scrolls, and the silly aspect that there's so many glitches in that game. If you just made a game out of the Elder Scrolls glitches,
would it be a good game?
It would probably be an amazing game, and I think it would play a lot like Octodad.
Yeah. But despite their I tried playing Oblivion and I just could not get past the fact that once you got to a certain point, you were just facing uber powerful guys every 5 steps.
Oh yeah.
It was just unplayable for me. And this is after I played
this
Skyrim, so
this random bandit has Daedric armor. Okay.
yeah, that's believable. And your weapons do absolutely little damage.
Yeah.
So you can level yourself improperly in that game, and it pisses me off.
Yeah.
That's why Skyrim is a better game. You can level yourself into a corner, but it's not as drastic.
I find Oblivion has this a much more subtle charm about it than Skyrim does. I do think Skyrim's a better game, gameplay wise.
Yes.
But there's something.
There is something
Oblivion.
to Oblivion. Yes.
Yeah, it's
I think
really
it's
weird.
I think it's the lore-ish kind of aspect to it. I
Yeah,
think.
maybe.
Because I don't know. It's just something about it. Like you said, I can't quite put my finger on it, but it just works.
I think I prefer the soundtrack in Oblivion as well. But that might just be because it's like childhood sort of thing.
Maybe. Because I mean, I've looked back at a lot of stuff in my childhood and tried to be as objective as possible towards it, and not a lot of stuff survived my purge.
Oh well, yeah, I know what you mean there.
Yeah. It's like, did I really listen to this? It's like looking back on the first lyrics I ever wrote as a songwriter.
Yeah.
It's like I keep them in a folder just to remind myself how bad I used to be.
Yeah. Well,
I literally puked reading one line. It was like,
I have a box full of like old life drawings from my first classes, like 3-4 years ago.
just keep it. It'll serve as inspiration.
Yeah. I just keep it so no one else can ever see it, just so I know where it is.
Why don't you just burn it?
I don't know. I've thought about it. I think I've burnt a few of them. I just don't have a place to burn them, so.
Nah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you basically
It's
zany.
Zany.
Zany. It's wacky.
You know, that's the problem I had with Child of Light.
What, you had a problem with that game?
Yeah.
Okay, I understand that there are problems with that game, so explain.
Well, it's fun, but it's like it spends so much time trying to rub in your face how whimsical we are.
The rhyming? Yeah.
Look at we're just like a storybook. It's oh man, everything's watercolor. Oh man, just
I didn't mind it. I thought the watercolor was gorgeous.
yeah, it's a pretty game, but it's just I don't know. It's the amount that they try to shove it in your face, I think.
Yeah, Yahtzee
really-
Yahtzee went off on that game's rhyming scheme. He's like,
that-
you're emphasizing the wrong part of the words.
Oh.
You pricks.
Yeah.
I like that game, and I think you can see my review on 2-dash.com. I really like that.
It's a fun game.
Yeah. It's a good action RPG in its own right.
I haven't been able to play like a turn-based RPG in a long time though.
It's kind of a hybrid. That's what's interesting.
In lieu of Child of Light, like I know it is a hybrid, but like the last game I think I enjoyed was Paper Mario 2 that had like a turn-based